What is up everyone, welcome back to another YouTube video. So we're over here, I guess you can call this the dungeon. So this is where I always make my pre-workouts, make my pre-workout meals, basically eat like 90% of my meals, or at least make them. Wait, this looks a bit weird. So we're about to cook up our pre-workout meal, which is going to be some whey protein and some cream of rice. So I ate my last meal probably like 40 minutes ago, and now I'm eating my pre-workout meal, and then we're gonna go and train in like 30 minutes, probably 45, because my training partner is usually late. But yeah, so not super optimal, but it is what it is. So obviously we don't have time to cook our cream of rice, but what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna throw it, and we're just gonna like slam it down, drink it. It is quite time efficient, so if you are someone that ever struggles to find time, you know, with getting in meals and things like that, or actually if you're having a lot of calories, which I am at the moment, I'm at about 4,300 calories right now. So you know, obviously that's a lot of food, so I try and drink a lot of my meals. I'll make like smoothies, or like this for instance, I'll make some cream of rice and I'll drink it instead of eating it. Saves a lot of time, and it's just way easier to get it down to. So we just put in 100 grams of cream of rice in here, and now we're gonna add in about 32 grams of whey protein. I'm gonna throw that in here. Hello.
What's up, bro?
How are you, man? A customer came in, so I had to assist them quickly. But as I was saying, I throw in 32 grams of whey protein, and then also what I do is usually I'll have peanut butter, but we're just gonna slam in some avocado oil. I know it sounds very weird, but you don't even taste the avocado oil, so it's not that serious. So we're just gonna put in about 5 grams over here. I'll have to check if that aligns with my calories for the day, or if I need more, but it should be good. So yeah, 5 grams of avocado oil. We've got the whey protein, we've got the cream of rice. We've got a lid, close it, pick it up, then you down it. Alright, so it's done, it's finished now. Took a while, it's really not very tasty, but you know, you need to do what you need to do. So anyway, it's done now, and yeah, I'm just gonna let it settle a little bit. I'm gonna make my cream of my pre-workout, and I'm gonna also make my intro workout, and then we're gonna go and hit some shoulders. So I'm gonna take you all through my shoulder day today. Shoulders is really something that I struggled with quite a bit ever since I've started like really having shoulder issues, which is about at 16. So when I was 16, for those of you that don't know, I like dislocated my shoulder. Yeah, the first time I dislocated when I was about 16. Took a few weeks, maybe a month or two to come back right, you know, and then after that I injured it again. I injured it very badly. I was out of the gym for probably like 6 months or something, and then I injured my other shoulder as well, and ever since then I feel like my shoulders just don't grow as good as they did. So something I started implementing is I have a shoulder only day now, or well, it's basically like shoulders and like one back exercise, because my back is also very poor. But with that being said, let me make my pre-workout, let me make my intro workout, and then I'll see you all in the gym. Okay, so the first exercise we did over here for shoulders was the shoulder dumbbell press, nice and heavy. This was our compound movement. We went for 4 sets, worked it down. It was like a pyramid set, so we went 15, 12, 10, and then 8 to 10, depending on, you know, how strong you are. And the reason we started with this is because obviously our bodies were still primed, you know, we weren't fatigued, we were still nice and strong. So we always start our, well, any day actually, start with a compound movement and go as heavy as possible. But obviously you do not want to jump straight into the heaviest weight. That's why we started with a higher rep range, and then as we decrease the reps, we also increase the amount of weight that we use per set. So on this set I managed to get up to 40 kilos a side for, I think I did 8 to 10 reps, which I'm pretty happy with, considering the fact that I haven't really pressed very heavy on the dumbbells in a while because of my shoulder. But yeah, overall, this was our first exercise and it was pretty good. Next exercise we did was side lateral raises, but I did this a little bit differently. So where you would normally obviously take 2 dumbbells, do your side lateral raises, I actually took 1 dumbbell per side, right, at a time, and then I kind of leaned over a bench and I did my side lateral raises like that. I just feel like this helps me a bit to actually focus on my delts, because when I do both, I feel like my mind muscle connection isn't as good. So we did that. I did 10 to 12 reps. I also feel like I can go a little bit heavy on this because, you know, you are able to use a little bit of momentum, but at the same time I just really focus on actually going slow on the eccentric part, because that's obviously where your shoulders work the most. And over here we did 3 sets of 10 to 12.
Take a seat, you cannot stand it. All I know, the flow harder than a Scotch bunny. Don't try studying me, you cannot manage. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Then we went over into our first rear delt exercise. So we did some rear delt flies on the pec deck machine. So basically just take the, you know, what do you call it, the clip, whatever, and you put it way back, and then instead of doing chest flies, you just turn yourself around and you do rear delt flies. So this is very nice for your rear delts, and I prefer training my rear delts pretty high volume. You know, that's just something that I've kind of learned as the years has gone by with like coaches that I've worked, and also just what I feel like works for me. So over here we did 3 sets of 15 to 20, so you don't go very heavy, and at the end I always just like do as much forced reps as possible, half reps, because this is an exercise we can actually push that without, you know, risking injury or anything like that. So yeah, this exercise was just about getting as much blood into the rear delt as possible.
Who alive can't put me in a box. I redefine any definition you got. I am the tiger, I'm making steps to the top. The flames, I whip it up, you just gotta hand me the...
After this we went over into some upright rows. I really hope my face looks okay on this. I feel like it looks a bit bleak, I don't know, but anyway, we went over into some upright rows with a rope. Just another exercise for side delts. When it comes to training shoulders, you mostly want to train your side delts, because the thing is, if you're training chest, you are indirectly obviously training your front delts with any pressing movement, and when you're doing back, you are training your rear delt with any pulling movement. So the only thing that you're not training as a secondary muscle throughout the week is your side delts, because the only way to train your side delts is to actually do side delts, right? So like I said, over here we did another 3 sets. We did a little bit higher. We did 12 to 15 reps, which is obviously a bit higher, but when it comes to my side delts, I just want to push as much blood into the muscle as possible, because my side delts are really something that I need to bring up ever since my first shoulder injury when I was like 16, 17, my side delts just hasn't been the same. I swear my side delts were bigger when I was 15 than it is now, and I was natural. But regardless, we went quite hard over here, and at the end we also did a drop set. So we dropped it from a heavy weight to another weight and to another weight, so it was like a triple drop set over here. And then after that, we actually went into to do a little bit of back. So the reason we do back with shoulders is because my back is quite a weak point. So the way structure it is, we would do shoulders, and then at the end, our last exercise usually, even though this wasn't the last exercise, we would finish off with a back exercise. It's always assisted pull-ups, so nothing crazy, nothing too heavy, just something that can really get a lot of blood into the muscle, because that's just going to help you, you know, kind of be fuller in your back and also stimulate a little bit of growth, which also would, you know, benefit me because my back is very poor. That and my shoulders is probably the worst body parts that I have. So we did some pull-ups. We did about 4 sets of, I think, 12 to 15 reps. Like I said, nice and controlled, but at the same time also just trying to force out some reps there at the end. And then the final exercise that we did was some more side lateral raises. So we did side lateral raises on the cables, because I actually prefer doing it on the cables. No, I just feel like I can control my form better. There's less risk of injury, and my 80-year-old shoulder also aches a lot less. So I just finished up here. I think I did about 12 reps. Yeah, I did 12 reps for 3 sets, and then on the last set, once again, I did a drop set, and I think I just went to failure. And I must say the pump was quite juicy here, which you'll probably see. So yeah, overall, that was the workout. Pretty heavy, pretty good workout, I must say. I'm very, very happy. And then on the last exercise over here, and then we did the last exercise. So this was some more side lateral raises. Like I said, we're really trying to grow those side delts. And I did 3 sets of 12 reps. Yes, correct. And then on the third set, I did a drop set. So I went, you know, I'm not sure what weight I used, but I did a drop set, and I just went to complete failure on both sides. And I must say the pump was quite juicy.
Volkswagen, das Motto, 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 das Motto, 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 Motto,
So yeah, that was basically the entire workout. Like I said, delts is something that I really am trying to bring up a lot now. So that's why in this workout you'll see there was quite a lot of volume specifically targeted at the side delts, because I am already doing a bit of delts. Usually I'll add in a little bit of delts on my back day, and then obviously on my chest day, like I said, everyone does train their front delts with any pressing movement, where mostly my biggest thing that I focus on during chest is my upper chest. So there's a lot of incline presses and things like that. So that's why most of the exercises that we did today was you know, just side delts. But I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you all enjoy this kind of more of an informative take on my training. The next workout will probably be back or something, but if there's anything specific that you guys would like to see, also let me know, because you know, I want to make this channel as, how can I say it, you know, as informative as possible, and I want to be able to help you all get to whatever goals you have. So up until next time, keep crushing it, and I'll check you all later.